Kevin Hart dragged into Epstein storm? The truth behind the headlines. There is currently no verified evidence or official news reports linking Kevin Hart to the Jeffrey Epstein files or any leaks regarding his marriage as of April 2026. The claim appears to be based on unverified internet rumors or sensationalized headlines that frequently circulate around high-profile celebrities. While there has been significant public interest and ongoing litigation related to the unsealing of Epstein-related documents, Kevin Hart's name has not appeared in these official releases as a person of interest or associate. Key points regarding the current status of these rumors. Official files. Recent tranches of Epstein documents released by the Department of Justice have named various public figures, but Kevin Hart is not among those accused of wrongdoing or connection to the financier's crimes. Conflation with Diddy. Some online speculation may stem from Hart's past appearance at parties hosted by Sean Diddy Combs. When questioned about these events in late 2024, Hart distanced himself, stating, "You're asking the wrong person the wrong question." Marital status. There are no credible reports of a fallout in Hart's marriage to Nico Parrish related to these claims. Recent paparazzi footage and social media activity continue to show the couple appearing together in public. Misinformation trends. Similar viral hoaxes, such as photoshopped screenshots or fabricated evidence, have targeted other celebrities recently to drive social media engagement. For years, whispers of corruption and depravity lived in the shadows. Cover-ups, denials, and carefully managed appearances kept the machinery of celebrity intact. But now, the shadows are dissolving, and the truth is clawing its way into the light. At the center of this storm stands Kevin Hart, a man once defined by his relentless humor, now defined by his silence. Hart, the comedian who built a career on talking his way out of trouble, has gone quiet. No denials, no lawyer statements, no Instagram confessions. Just canceled appearances and a refusal to answer even the most basic questions. And unlike past scandals, this time the evidence isn't rumored, it's documented. Epstein files, Diddy's federal case, and cracks in Hart's marriage are converging into one collapsing system. Hart isn't fighting, he's running. The Diddy connection is particularly damning. In 2010, Hart hosted a release party for Last Train to Paris. At the time, it was just another celebrity cameo. Today, those parties are evidence in a federal case. Diddy sits in Brooklyn's Metropolitan Detention Center, denied bail twice, facing charges of human trafficking and racketeering. When paparazzi pressed Hart about his role in those parties, his response was chilling. "You're asking the wrong person the wrong question." Not a denial. Not even a deflection. Just silence dressed as obedience. Then comes the Epstein layer. Leaked material suggests Hart's involvement with Jeffrey Epstein is not speculation, it's documented. Flight logs, testimony, and redacted files point to a network that has already destroyed careers and reputations. Hart's silence here is not strategy, it's surrender. He knows what the evidence shows, and he knows no apology video can erase it. This silence is louder than any confession. In 2017, Hart survived a scandal by apologizing publicly to his pregnant wife, admitting a bad error in judgment. Infidelity was humiliating but survivable. Epstein files are not. Diddy's indictment is not. These are not mistakes, they are patterns. And Hart's refusal to fight back legally, despite his history of aggressive litigation, suggests he knows fighting is pointless. The industry itself is trembling. Texas lawyer Tony Busby represents 120 accusers against Diddy, 25 of them minors. He warned, "The names will shock people." Entertainment lawyer Brian Friedman admitted that many people at the highest level are not sleeping well right now. This isn't paranoia. It's anticipation. Every leak, every testimony, every redacted page could drop another name. And Hart, who spent years at Diddy's parties, is suddenly untraceable. Even Hart's attempts at humor betray fear. At the BET Awards, he joked about after-parties being slippery and added, "We're learning a lot about people, ain't we?" A strange pivot from silence to punchline. Neither posture feels real. Both feel like masks worn by a man watching the walls close in. The looming Netflix roast only sharpens the trap. Scheduled for May 10th, Hart is supposed to sit in the hot seat while comedians tear into his life. What once sounded like fun now feels like a public execution. How do you roast a man whose silence is the only thing keeping his career intact? Either the jokes go too far, or they pull back, and everyone will know why. Meanwhile, Diddy's trial grinds forward. Witnesses testify about coercion, money used as a leash, and environments where refusal wasn't an option. If the jury accepts that pattern, Hart's role as host in 2010 shifts from awkward to damning. Not because of what he did, but because of what he saw and said nothing about. And then there's the possibility of cooperation. Former NYPD officer Derek Parker, known as the hip-hop cop, has predicted that Diddy will eventually cooperate to save himself. If that happens, names like Jay-Z, LeBron James, Chris Brown, and Kevin Hart could surface in sworn testimony. Hart isn't running from headlines anymore. He's running from the possibility of being named in a federal investigation. Every path forward leads to exposure. Silence looks like guilt. Running looks like confirmation. The roast is unavoidable. The trial could collapse, or it could hold, dragging Hart's name into the wreckage. Diddy could stay silent, or he could trade names for survival. Hart's marriage is already strained. His career is already frozen. His silence is already deafening. Hope is not a strategy. And every day without a mistrial, without a dismissal, without a miracle, the trap tightens. The only question left is whether Hart will still be standing when it snaps shut, or whether he will have disappeared so completely that there is nothing left to catch.